Have you ever heard a doorbell ring and felt everything pause? That moment of not knowing, not expecting, not being ready? You see, at Christmas, the invisible became visible, and the untouchable became touchable, and everything changed when we opened the door. Christmas is heaven's version of that pause, the sound of God standing at the door of earth, waiting for someone to open. Hey friend, have you ever heard someone that you deeply love ring your doorbell unexpectedly, and the moment you open the door, the whole atmosphere shifted? For one breathless second, everything pauses. You don't know what news they carry, and you don't understand why they've come. All you know is that someone important is standing on your porch, waiting to be welcomed in. Well, Christmas is that moment. It's the sound of heaven's doorbell ringing on the front porch of earth. It's God unannounced, uninvited, unstoppable, stepping out of eternity into our doorstep. It's a staggering moment when God put on an earth suit and walked into humanity's front porch. You see, John 1:14 says, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us." And we've heard these words so many times, but we forget how staggering they really are. Think about it. Christmas is the moment God stepped out of eternity and put on the earth suit and made himself touchable. See, every religion tells humanity to climb upward to reach God. The Incarnation is the shocking announcement that God climbed down into our dust, our limitations, and our daily lives. For the first time in history, the God who is untraceable has fingerprints. The God who never sleeps took on eyelids that grew heavy and closed in rest. The God who's all-powerful became vulnerable infant who needed to be carried, fed, and kept warm in the cold. The God that fills heaven fit himself inside an infant. The God who holds the galaxies in his hand had to be held by his mother's hands. The God whose voice thunders like waters learned to speak baby talk, cry and coo. The God who is spirit took on skin, nerves, and a heartbeat. And the God who reigns above time entered into it and made himself subject to it. So for the first time in all eternity, God became one of us so he could bring us back to himself. And this is why Christmas still matters. Jesus didn't just love us from afar, he liked us enough to live in our skin and walk our path. He still wants to move into our homes, our hearts, and our hidden places, making himself touchable, holdable, interruptible. And we often worry, Lord, don't come into this messy part of my life. I'll clean it up first. But that misses the very reason he came. Our brokenness doesn't repel Jesus. He is drawn to redeem it. He steps into the untouchable spaces and makes them whole. So when Christmas comes this year and the lights glow in windows and families gather and the world pauses for one holy breath, listen. Somewhere beneath the carols and the candlelight, beneath the nostalgia and the noise, you may hear it again. Heaven's doorbell. Jesus is knocking at the door of your heart. He's Emmanuel, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And my prayer is that this Christmas you would freshly sense Emmanuel, the God with you, the God for you, the God in your neighborhood. Will you listen for the doorbell? I hope you will. Have a blessed and Merry Christmas.